Welcome back to our commercial lending video here with Wesley Barnes of Union Bank. This final video is going to be some finalized insights and details on some basic lending practices of working with a commercial lender at a local bank here in Greenville, North Carolina. So, we discussed earlier about it being as much a part of the deal, if not maybe a little bit more part of the deal on the banking side than the actual person itself.
Right.
It's evaluation of the person plus the deal.
Right.
If someone came to you and let's say they were curious, they weren't sure, this is their first time, they don't know how to evaluate a real estate investment deal, and let's say they didn't come to us or something first, they wanted to go straight to you to figure out that end of it before they came to us to
Yes.
talk about management moving forward with purchasing of that deal. And that deal did not work for the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've talked to you about deals and stuff before for clients that just weren't that great.
Right.
And one thing that you guys did, which I was very happy about and comfortable with, is it wasn't a declining of a loan in the essence of a negative thing. It was, hey, we'll be glad to work with you based on what we've seen,
Right.
but it's just not going to be on this property for these reasons.
Yeah,
and upon further evaluation, that ultimately gave them a lot of education on what to really look for.
Yeah, the bankers don't know all by any stretch of the imagination, but they do hold what some would be considered the gold,
Right.
and that is the money. The
Right.
money to make the transaction take place. When the deal comes in front of me, no matter who the borrower, the guarantor, I analyze the deal in totality. I want to see it from tip to tail. I want to make sure that it's a good investment for the person.
Absolutely.
And in turn, a good investment for the bank as we begin a partnership with,
Okay.
with said person. A lot of times I'll sit across from a customer who I have multiple deals with and just say, I just don't know if this was the one for you. And have you looked at these numbers? And you've seen some of the spreadsheets
Yeah.
that we do, and
Sure.
and I think they're fairly black and white, and they say this is how I'm looking at this opportunity. This is what I'm analyzing. These are the vacancy rates that we're putting in there for the times that you don't have a tenant. And no one wants that to happen, but you know as well as I do, those things do happen.
Absolutely.
You have turn time. And once you evaluate the operating expenses and the vacancy and potential rents from leaning on people like you, Brian, to kind of give us market rents, then we just put it on paper and we come together and make a decision.
Those you made a couple of key terms there, if you will, that
Right.
Someone evaluating a deal may not factor in when they're doing that, and that's things such as a vacancy rate or turn time, turn expenses, and things along those lines, and that would be super helpful. And that's not just a new investor. There are seasoned investors that may not calculate those, not because they don't know they exist. They may have forgotten on this. If they don't have an exact formula, they may have forgotten on this one particular deal, just so excited, so busy, whatever the case may be.
Took the words out of my mouth. And, a lot of people look at the good in the deal. This is good. This is what's going to, they make the assumption, this is what's going to happen.
The house is half full.
That's exactly well put. But if you do not factor in the times when the rains come, you hear that saying.
Right.
If you don't factor in when the rains come, you'll find yourself in a predicament.
Absolutely.
You won't have the necessary capital that it takes to execute the long-term plan, which is really and truly making this an investment.
Right. Okay. Well, good. Well, I think that's given us a lot of great information. Again, we could go in for hours and really get some fine details on all this. But for someone looking to get some more information on commercial lending from a local bank, I'm on a lot of investment forums. And people talk about local bank, local bank, local bank, local bank.
Right.
And whatever your market is, the local banks are easier to work with. And I can speak from my own personal experience that has in fact become true.
Well, thank you.
That working with Union Bank has certainly made our life on Flagship Property Management side on the business a heck of a lot easier. As well on my side as an investor myself and owning a small portfolio, handful of properties. it's been very nice, and common sense banking is what I tell people all the time. It's been common sense banking, and
Right.
and that's something that you don't hear a whole lot anymore.
Well, thank you. The feeling's mutual. Obviously, your phone rings from time to time, and I'm calling you asking about a property in an area. What do you think about this? Do you think that this customer's telling me they're going to get 850? Or are they going to get 850? I lean on you
Right.
and other COIs to help me make my analytical decisions. So, so thanks again.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and thanks for coming. And we may get you back and dive into some more details.
I'd love to.
We'll see.
I'd love to.
Thanks so much, Wes.
Absolutely.
Good
Thank
talking
you.